Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Supernova, but this time we are going with Superfang's route because we are all caught up with Mnesis. So now it is time to get us some Tiger. I bet he'll be great! Oh, I couldn't resist. Anyway, guys, please sit back and enjoy them and for the next 20 minutes, and let's jump right in. Find Superfang. Superfang. Okay. It's still hard to believe Vince Morelli is in fact Superfang. He was a pretty popular kid in school, but unlike some, he was also nice about it. He wasn't a jock, although I think he played a bit of football. Actually, he was kind of a dork, way into theater. He played Romeo his senior year. I was one of the minor servant characters in that production. The memory brings a smile to my muzzle. It would be nice to catch up. Plus, he seems to be the youngest one around here. I'd appreciate his perspective on this whole thing. Gil, is Superfang around? Superfang is not at the headquarters at this time. Mind letting me know if he comes? I'd like to chat. I will alert him of your desire to speak. There's not much to do for me but to wait, I guess. Fortunately, my phone was charged when I found it last night. I check in with Lucas again. He asks about calling again, but I turn him down with the same excuse I gave last time. Telling him that I'm bored out of my mind and eager to get back to college seems to amuse him, and he doesn't question me much further. After exchanging several messages, I turned to browsing the internet. Still nothing on Templar or what happened in Magnolia Hills. I find some old videos of Templar fighting various supervillains. Some of those fights are brutal. It doesn't fill me with confidence. This is the kind of stuff I should expect if I choose this path. At least I'll get to fly, I guess. I stand up and stretch, then walk to the middle of the room, raising the arm with a bracelet. Now, how do I summon the armor? I try concentrating. Nothing happens. I conjure the image of the glowing armor as I saw it in my mind. Still nothing. Armor! Nope. Armor, please? Yet again, nope. I guess this is another question I'll need to ask. After pacing around the room for a bit, I decide to lie back down on the bed, not bothering to undress and doze off. What's up, buddy? I'm jerked back to wakefulness by the sudden arrival of Superfang. He's standing in the doorway, holding a plastic bag. Sorry, didn't mean to wake you up, but Gil said you wanted to chat. It's alright. Yeah, I was hoping to. He's wearing his costume and mask again. I rub my eyes and chuckle at the sight. I've already seen your face, you know. Oh, yeah. I just didn't want to annoy the Baron again. He steps into the room, then pauses and frowns as he looks around. Yo, Gil! Why haven't you moved Nick to Templar's quarters? Baron in Black has not authorized me to do so, Superfang. Ha, dang. The tiger scratches his ear. It's fine. I shouldn't be here that long anyway, right? Nah, this sucks. Tell you what, you can move to my room instead. It's not a big deal. Vince just grins again and gently but firmly starts pushing me out of the room. I manage to snatch the rest of my stuff from the table and chair as he does so. Do you come here often? Yep, but I rarely sleep here. Where is here? He hesitates. I don't know if I should tell you yet. I mean, I'd love to. I don't want to hide stuff or anything since you're one of us now. It's just that Unbound and the Baron can be pretty strict with security. Yeah, I get it. Don't worry about it. I was just wondering if you get the electricity bill here. Vince laughs. I hope not. To be honest, though, I have... Oh my god, where did this yawn come from? I have no clue. I don't deal with the logistics stuff. It's well hidden, if that's what you mean. I walk down a couple narrow hallways, then emerge on a catwalk that overlooks a large cavern. Once we're back in the corridors, Vince presses a panel on one of the walls, which reveals a hidden door. Gil, go ahead and authorize Nick to access the place. Done, Superfang. Neat! Come on in! The room looks like one that one might find at a fancy hotel. It's spacious, with a king-size bed that looks far comfier than the one I've been sleeping on for the past couple days. There's a small wall display on the opposite side that is currently off. On the wall next to it, Vince has hung up a bunch of Superfang posters. It looks like stuff fans of the superhero might make and sell. Nice. Cute. Make yourself comfortable. I flop into an oversized armchair. It's soft and warm. I got some spare clothes in here too, in case you need them. Might be a tad too big though. Vince, it's fine. You don't have to offer anything. He dismisses my comment with a wave of his paw. Oh yeah, I brought these. He tosses me the plastic bag. Figured you want something more fun than what Gil would be giving you. I open the bag and fish out several plastic containers with what looks to be gas station hot dogs in them. I look up at him in confusion. Vince smiles, scratching his ear again. You know, I remembered you ate so much of this stuff at a party one time. Oh. Oh, God. I didn't eat a whole bunch of hot dogs at that party because I liked them. I am embarrassed he remembers that at all. I mean, it's nice of him, I guess. Just, unfortunate. I conjure up my most appreciative grin anyway. Thanks, Vince. This should satisfy some cravings. His ears perk up at that. Ha! I figured. The tiger sits on the bed and stretches while I open one of the containers and put the hot dog in my mouth. Tastes like bad decisions. Gulping it down, I put the rest aside. Anyway, I wanted to talk about all this superhero stuff. Shoot! Now that we're having the conversation, I realize I don't know where I want to start. I should just get straight to the point. What do you think I should do? He tilts his head to the side. Still unsure, huh? He gives me a toothy grin. I think you'll be an awesome addition to the team. I don't know. I would have no idea what I'm doing. So what? Neither did I. When I first got my powers, I figured it out. He does a fist pump. And so will you. Besides, I'll be at your side. You'll be a pro at this. I just know it. Standing up, he approaches me and puts both paws on the high armrests, standing over me as he continues grinning. It's fun, too, for the most part. Most importantly, we help people, yeah? The folks of Nova, heck, the entire country, need us to be their protectors. They love Templar, and they'll love you. I glance at the posters again. Superfang does have a lot of fans, and his enthusiasm is infectious. I smirk at him. Selling this pretty hard, huh? Eager to no longer be the youngest one on the team? His ears splay back at my teasing. He looks to the side, eyes downcast. Shit, did I offend him? Just kidding, Vince. Listen, I know I disappointed everyone. I messed up. Bad. I was too late to get there, and now Templar's dead. His eyes snap back to me, his expression brightening just as suddenly. But what let something like that happen to you? A sudden lapse in his demeanor throws me for a loop. It wasn't your fault. It all happened so fast. He shakes his head. What I'm saying is, I'm here for you. Sure, it'll take you some time, but you have the bracelet, so you're halfway there already. I can teach you the stuff you'll need to know. We'll get you in a better shape. Not that you're in bad shape right now, of course. You just need a little muscle is all. He sounds more and more excited with every word of his muzzle. Oh, gonna be my gym coach too? Heck yes! We both laugh. The way the tiger leans over me, I can't help but stare at his chest. I catch a whiff of his cologne, some kind of tropical scent, of fruit maybe. It's pleasant. I admire the view a little, discreetly. His uniform does a great job of accentuating every curve of his muscle. The way his arms are left exposed, too, is hot. I should be focusing on his words right now. His eyes are up there, Nick. So, what you say? I scratched behind my ear, thinking, having someone like Vince at my side would make this easier. I can't deny that. Part of me is still scared, but he seems so sure I can do this that I'm starting to believe it too. Alright then, with Superfang with me, it seems I have nothing to fear, do I? I'll do it! Yes! Vince slaps me on the shoulder, almost sending me to the floor. Ow! Careful! I haven't had any training yet. We'll get you there. Gil, call a meeting with the team. As you wish, Superfang. The tiger turns back to me. We could get started on training now, actually. I glance at his muscled arms and gulp. Like, right now? We have time to kill until the others get here, no? I guess. Come on, then. He throws an arm around my shoulder and pushes me to the door. I'm still anxious about all this, but there's a great deal more excitement now, too. Also, I wanted to say sorry for not remembering you yesterday and calling you scrawny. You are forgiven. My tone is teasing, but he gives me a sheepish smile anyway. You cuties. I get a breather while the team assembles for another meeting about me. To my relief, I don't have to wait too long. Everyone was already in their seats. This time around, it's Mnesis who isn't wearing his mask. Turns out he's quite a handsome Corsic fox. Vince gives me 2 thumbs up when I enter, while Mnesis merely nods at me. The Baron and Unbound, as always, are harder to read. As you all know, Nick has decided to keep the bracelet. As such, he will assume the persona of Templar. Why? Shouldn't we call him Squire or Stable Boy or something more appropriate to his station and experience? I can't tell if the Baron is just mocking me or if he's serious. And part of me wants to object to what Unbound said as well, even if I'm not about to suggest other demeaning aliases for myself. After all, I'm not Templar, bracelet or not. This is a matter of practicality. It would be prudent for the Sentinels to keep the truth of Templar's demise a secret. Really? Mnesis sits back in his chair, scratching his chin. That makes sense. We want us to advertise that we've been weakened. Precisely. Moreover, we have very few leads on the killer. The news that he failed in his attack on Templar might drive him out of hiding. Oh. I guess I'm going to be the bait. At least I'll have a shiny new set of armor protect me. I stop in my nervous laugh. Shouldn't the people of Nova be allowed to mourn their fallen hero? There's an uncomfortable silence. As much as I'd like for that to be the case, I do think that's not our best option right now. The Baron huffs, but doesn't argue any further. So, I'm just supposed to pretend to be that I'm Templar. The actual Templar. For the moment, Nick, you're supposed to stay out of sight. Which brings us to our next topic. Nick, Templar requires training. That's an understatement. I can't even summon the armor right now. I have been in some scraps, but I'm not a fighter, and I have no idea how to handle a weapon of any kind. In short, I'm a mess. It would be for the best if one of us took over said training, or more precisely, one of you three. There are matters that demand far too much of my attention. I look at the others. Vince raises his hand as if he's sitting in class. It's kinda adorable. I've already promised Nick I'd help him. I can do that. Wouldn't it be better if we spread the duty around between all of us? That would put undue strain on Nick. It is easier to assign him one mentor. The Baron turns his mask to Vince. I might get some coffee after this. All due respect and all that, champ, but I think someone a little more experienced should handle the training. Mnesis, since you have buddied up to the rookie, why not take him under your wing? I don't think that's a good idea. I'm surprised at the reluctance. Mnesis seems like he would make an excellent mentor to me. Hey, I may be the youngest, but that's a good thing, right? I went through the same things as Nick not that long ago myself. I can help him. I believe the Baron is right, Superfang. The mentor role is not to be taken lightly. Which is why I think you should do it, Baron. Wait. What? Is that something I would want? You are the most experienced. Perhaps more importantly, you knew Templar best. Nick needs that. As thrilling as wiping the snot off the rookie's nose would be, I'm sure, I have much better things to do with my time. Let one of the youngsters handle it. Mnesis, stop being stubborn. The fox crosses his arms and averts his gaze. If I have to, I could. You don't have to! I'm telling you guys, I can train Nick! I've been at this for 4 years now, I'm not new! I can tell that this argument might be becoming circular. Perhaps I should weigh in with my own opinion, although I'm not even sure myself. What they're all saying makes sense. I like Vince, he seems like a great guy and he's eager to help me out. But he is just 2 years older, and even if he got his powers earlier than I did, a more experienced mentor might be better for me. Mnesis has made it clear that he doesn't want to mentor me. To be honest, that hurts a little. Well, I thought he liked me. He did say he's going to do it if he needs to, and is more experienced than Superfang while not being an asshole like the Baron. Speaking of which, the Baron. The Baron scares me a little. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't actually hurt me, but he sure seems to dislike having me around. Would it be a good idea to entrust myself into his paws? On the other hand, he is the most experienced of the three, and if he was that close with Templar, it might be worth spending time around him. The Sentinels keep talking over each other as I contemplate my options. Who should I go with? We're going with Superfang. I like the tiger. I see no reason why he shouldn't be able to guide me on this path. Yeah, he's a little young, but as he pointed out, that just means he knows what he's doing, what it's going to be like for me. If I'm going to navigate college while playing superhero, I might as well have someone at my side who has already done so. At least I'm pretty sure Vince went to college. I think Superfang should mentor me. Vince's muzzle splits into a giant grin. I told you guys! You won't regret it, Nick. I notice Unbound and the Baron exchange pensive glances. Nick, I think it would be for the best if the Baron or Mnesis did this for you. I think it'll be just fine. I've seen enough of Superfang on the news to know he's a pro at what he's doing. I know I can count on him. Heck yeah, you can!
Very well, so be it. Nick, rest assured that you are in good hands.
Vince nods rapidly to that.
The rest of us will be around to help as well, of course.
From what was said earlier, I'm guessing that this means Unbound. And maybe the others will be keeping an eye on how my training with Vince is progressing. Not about to complain, even if I have full faith in the Tiger.
But I will reiterate that for now, your task is to lay low until you get the hang of your newfound strength.
Sure, yeah, I understand. I glanced down at the bracelet. Is there anything I can do on my own, though? I don't have a good grasp of my, powers. I tried to summon the armor, but nothing happened. Baron? The Baron taps his fingers on the table. Can't help there. You'll have to figure that out on your own. As for what the bracelet can do, you've already seen most of it. The armor is extraordinarily resilient, and the mace is no joke either. You'll be able to fly, although not indefinitely like some. Should the armor be damaged, the bracelet will repair them over some time, but it will also repair your body to an extent. I frown at that, raising a hand to my chest. Yes, you might have noticed that you recovered faster than you would have under normal circumstances. Now, before you do anything stupid with that information, know that it will not save you from mortal wounds. It accelerates what your body can do on its own, nothing more. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Just make sure nobody can see you when you summon the armor. Hell, don't even try us unless one of us is around. Huh, well, I doubt I'll follow this last bit of advice, but I nod along anyway.
With that settled, we have one more urgent matter to discuss, that being the identity of Templar's murderer.
Not much to say there, unless one of you has discovered something new. Nobody I've contacted has heard of a canine supervillain in black with shiny green fists, including Greg, who, by the way, has been riding my ass about the new Templar's identity. You haven't told him yet? Didn't we just talk about how we wouldn't? Like that ever stops you. Unbound gives both a warning look accompanied by a chagrined sigh.
I suppose Gregory should be informed. It will be impossible to avoid at the funeral.
If you say so. I have no idea who this Greg person might be. Another superhero, maybe? But something else catches my attention. When's the funeral? Monday. I feel a lump forming in my throat, but I continue talking anyway. I'd like to come. Why? You didn't even know him. Mnesis ignores the Baron. If you want to, Nick, I see no problem with that. I'm sure you want to pay your respects. Yeah, thanks. I can tell the Baron isn't happy, but before he can argue, Unbound brings the conversation around to the previous topic.
Regardless of the wolf's identity, what is curious to me is how Templar came across him, and why he didn't call for backup sooner.
Vince shuffles in his chair, his ears splayed back. He mentioned blaming himself for being too late to help. I want to give him a pat on the arm, but maybe this isn't the best time. As I told you, nothing on the recordings from the day suggests that anything was amiss until he left the base.
Indeed, my own time going over them showed as much.
For all we know, Templar tried to stop him from some criminal activity and it escalated from there.
I believe that to be likely, but I could find no incidents from that afternoon worth our attention.
So we have nothing, then?
It appears so.
I don't have anything to offer to this discussion. The four of them have heard all I know, and I've described Templar's killer in as much detail as I could. Either way, I'll talk with Greg again. I just hope I can keep the conversation with him brief. You know how he is. Mnesis chuckles. We appreciate your sacrifice.
My sacrifice.
You better. For the first time since I've met them, they sound friendly with each other. Well, I guess they are teammates after all.
Very well. Keep us updated, Baron. As for you, Nick, you should be good to return to your residence tomorrow.
I perk up a little at hearing that. I won't deny that finding myself in the Sentinel's hideout has been thrilling in its own way, but I'm eager to return to my own bed. It's a pity I won't get to enjoy the benefits of Vince's hospitality for long. Then again, I felt bad about forcing him out of his own room.
I trust that you can keep everything that's happened secret. If you need to, we can discuss the specifics of that before you leave.
I think I've got it covered, but I can run it. But I can run it by you if you'd like. Unbound nods to that. Oh my lord, guys! I'm gonna stop it right here. I don't know why I'm Ugh, I need coffee badly. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the beginning of Superfang's route in Supernova. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super tip if you can, or super thanks if you can. It always helps. But until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!